You're listening to PetLifeRadio.com.
This episode of Oh Behave is brought to you by Family Pet. FamilyPet.com, the Knowledge Center.
It's Oh Behave with Arden Moore, the show that teaches you how to have harmony in the household with your pets. Join Arden as she travels coast to coast to help millions better understand why cats and dogs do what they do. Get the latest scoop on famous faces, their perfectly pampered pets, and who's walking who in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails, garner great pet tips, and have a doggone fur-flying fun time. So get ready for the pause and applause as we unleash your Oh Behave host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Our special guest is doubly suited to be here on our airways. First of all, he's a renowned veterinarian from New York City. He relies on both conventional medicine and alternative medicine like acupuncture to help our pets heal. And second, he is a rocker. Yes, your ears are in for a treat today. Treat, treat, treat. Yep, we're going to share a song or two from his band, aptly called Pet Rox. Okay, I've teased you enough, listeners. I want you all to give pause and applause to Dr. Jeff Levy. Hey, welcome to the show, Dr. Jeff.
Hi, Arden. How are you today?
I'm rocking and ready, if you are.
All righty.
All right. Hey, listeners, I want you to all sit back, get ready to hear some good music and great pet advice. We're going to be right back after we take this commercial break.
Time for a pause. 4 furry ones, actually. Sit and stay. Oh Behave will be right back.
It's DesignerPetSweaters.com. Hand-knitted designer sweaters for your precious pup or cool cat. Beautiful couture patterns for your pets, including custom-knitted formal wear, casual wear, yachting, and even sports-themed. Many designer pet sweaters include feathered tammy hats, top hats, and a lot of sparkle. Each sweater includes leg loops, front paw sleeves, and leash opening. Visit DesignerPetSweaters.com to order your 4-legged fashions today. Your pets will stay warm for the winter and be runway ready. Large or small, we fit them all. DesignerPetSweaters.com.
Let's talk pets on PetLifeRadio.com. Oh Behave is back with more tail-wagging ways to achieve harmony in the household with your pets. Now, back to your fetching host, America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore.
Welcome back to the Oh Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm your host, Arden Moore. Now, you all know we've had singers on our show like Kelly Pickler and Devo. And we've had veterinarians like Dr. Marty Becker and Dr. Nicholas Dodman. But I believe this is the first time we've had an individual who does both of these very well. It is my pleasure to welcome to our show the founder of Pet Rox, the man who operates House Call Vets NYC, the one and only Dr. Jeff Levy. Hey, welcome to the show, Dr. Jeff.
Thank you, Arden. It's a pleasure to be with you.
All right. Well, I don't know if you have much calling for a glockenspielist in your band, but I was able to do that up till 9th grade in high school.
Well, you know, that's an interesting point because our band, all our band members are drawn from the animal welfare community. So yes, I'm a veterinarian. I lead the band. I write the lyrics and the music and play the guitars. However, in our membership, we've had a sea lion trainer as a singer. We had a pet psychic as a percussionist, a pet tarot card reader, as well, believe it or not, as a person trained in animal behavior. On the keyboards, our present drummer is a cat rescuer, and our producer and bass player is in the band, luckily enough, because his wife is a veterinarian.
Wow. Wow.
So we consider it all in the family, all in the animal welfare community. And
you know, I'm just thinking of that seal trainer. I'm just wondering, did that singer, or did she have a good voice?
Yes, she could certainly bark her way to success. And, you know, it reminds me, we once actually had a gig. 2 times we played in the Prospect Park Zoo.
Yeah.
And we actually had the sea lions behind us barking backup. in our musical numbers. So it was a lot of fun.
You know what? I created a holiday called National Dog Party Day, and one of the games, and we benefit charities all over the country. We're going to have to get you next year because we only do it once a year. But I created a game called Canine Karaoke, and it's you serenading your pets. And if the pets do any kind of response like or whatever, you get added points, and we have celebrity judges. But if we get that party to New York City, we got to have Pet Rox there. I think that would rock.
A fantastic opportunity.
Yeah, because I think we like to party with a purpose, right?
Why not? Why not?
All right.
In fact, most of our shows are at benefit events. We've done the Dogs Walk Against Cancer now called Bark for Life for almost 11 years in a row in beautiful Riverside Park in New York City. We played in the USS Intrepid on the Hudson River a couple of times. We played in the zoos as well as playing numerous dog runs and blessings for the animals in churches.
Well, you know, I love that. Many things I love about you. First of all, you're a house call veterinarian. Second, you kind of embrace conventional medicine with, I don't like the word alternative. You know, you complement, you know what's best for the pet. You look at the whole being. It's integrative medicine. And third, you know, you play good music. So that's why we're very delighted that you can be on our show. I want to first give people a little background about you as a veterinarian and your House Call Vet NYC. You have a new website, housecallvetnyc.com, listeners, so check it out. But how did you get into veterinary medicine, and what made you say to yourself, I need to take an integrative approach to caring for my pet clients?
Well, my interest in veterinarian medicine goes back a long time. I mean, as they say, as my parents remembered me in the backyard playing in Brooklyn, that anything that moved, wiggled, or flew, I was interested in. Therefore, my interest went up on the phylogenetic scale, so to speak, if you're a zoologist. And I became interested in dogs and cats as I grew a little bit older. I grew up with a dachshund named Mushroom, who I named as 8-year-old, so excuse the name. But, you know, growing up with this dog, being a dachshund, as she grew older, she developed back issues. And back then, we didn't know much about acupuncture or alternative medicine, and there were only things like steroids and other types of conventional treatments to treat it. And unfortunately, with time, this back problem compromised her quality of life. So when I grew up and became a veterinarian, one of the things I held in the back of my mind was the discomfort of my pet growing up. And when I had the opportunity to take postdoctorate courses such as an acupuncture training and other types of alternative medicine, I took full advantage of that and began to integrate it into my practice.
Well, that's good. That's good. And you have some pretty stellar reach. You have been global with your care. I understand that, you know, you like all creatures, but you're the official veterinary acupuncturist for TICA, which stands for the International Cat Show. And you pop in as an official veterinarian at the Westminster Kennel Show. We've had, you know, David Fry and John O'Hurley on our show. Those are two big events in the Big Apple.
Well, yes, I did several years at the Cat Show in Madison Square Garden, and I'm one of a team of very skilled veterinarians that volunteer their time and talent to care for any unfortunate animals that have medical problems at the Westminster Kennel Club show. So I am one part of a team of all these veterinarians who have been doing it for many, many years, and it's also an education experience because we get to work and speak with these owners from various parts of the country, see various types of breeds we wouldn't normally see in practice as well. And we get a sort of interesting behind-the-scenes peek at the issues that occur at a major dog show such as Westminster.
Well, give us a sneak peek because, you know, the last dog show, I believe there's over 150 now recognized breeds. Give us an idea of some breed that really, you know, just caught your eye and maybe something that behind the scenes that as a veterinarian you're kind of on the lookout. You know, these dogs are coming from all over the country and they seem to pick the worst weathered time to visit New York City, February. So do they got, you know, ice on their paws? What's going on? So what are some of the things?
You know, the biggest problem, you know, besides the stress colitis, you know, the nervous stomach.
Yeah. That's a very polite way to say doggy diarrhea, isn't it? Stress colitis?
You know, that's a classic issue we always have. But interestingly enough, it's sometimes heat exhaustion or just plain exhaustion. These dogs travel. Yes, they're professionals. They're trained, they're groomed, they travel worldwide sometimes in their shows. But being in the confines and being benched and being shown leads to a certain amount of stress, and often exhaustion is an issue that we see. This year, the actual venue was enlarged that we had on the west side of Manhattan, the piers that we utilized. So it's far more spacious and far more comfortable for pets and their people too. So we saw a downturn. I don't know what the official statistics are, but we did see a downturn. Or let me put it this way, we were a little less busy, us veterinarians, in treating those types of issues, luckily.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. And did you use any acupuncture for some of these animals to help deal with things like stress or exhaustion?
Well, actually, our role, we're there in an official capacity to treat with emergency situations.
Oh, okay.
I have been called in to treat animals in various types of other, for instance, I was in a hotel in Midtown Manhattan just yesterday for a dog that's traveling that had a particular issue, was diagnosed with a serious medical problem, and I was called to the hotel to treat this dog. Sometimes I've been at shows where I was summoned to treat an animal that had another issue, maybe was limping or maybe had a traumatic incident that was not walking very well. So I have had incidents, but this particular event, I was sort of behind the scenes in the veterinarian office waiting for trouble, and luckily we didn't see too much of it this year.
Oh, good. So you get this call and you got to go to a hotel in Midtown. What was the situation with the dog? What kind of dog, and how did you help this dog yesterday?
Well, this was a dog that was actually lived out of state but came into the Animal Medical Center for diagnosis. And it has, unfortunately, a type of cancer that's really impacting upon its life, as well as mobility. It's getting around. So I was referred, and I did go to the hotel. I met this dog, who was a lovely animal.
What kind of dog?
A mixed breed. Mixed breed that wasn't eating, and it wasn't getting around too well, and just not doing so well. So again, on a case like this, it's not that I had gone with acupuncture needles to treat the cancer in and of itself. That wasn't my goal. My goal was to improve the quality of life of this dog, that if an animal with a serious disease feels better, if their quality of life is improved, if they're more mobile, if their appetite is improved, well, they're going to be in a better state to fight this disease process. And knock on wood, the last report after a couple of days of treatment is that the animal is doing better, and I'll be seeing it again in its hotel suite on Monday.
Okay, well, we're rooting for him, that's for sure.
I will send your well wishes as well.
Please do. I'm known worldwide among all dogs as Treat Lady, but I give good treats, not bad treats, healthy. Anyway, folks, we're talking with Dr. Jeff Levy. He does house calls in New York City. He is also the founder of Pet Rox. It's a band that is put together, and they raise money and awareness for a lot of great animal welfare causes. And we're going to be able to share a song or two, but we got to pay for this show first. So you guys know the drill. Everybody just sit and stay. We'll be right back after we take this commercial break.
Time for a walk on the red carpet, of course. Oh Behave will be back in a flash right after these messages.
Molly, here's your dinner. Zeus, that's not your food.
Don't let that happen to your precious cat. Elevate your cat's eating experience with the Cat Tree Tray. The Cat Tree Tray keeps your cat's food off the floor and conveniently located on the cat tree. It's the perfect way to eat. It's a beautiful wrought iron tray that easily attaches to your cat tree and keeps dogs and other critters out of your cat's dish. A must for multi-pet households. There's a 6-inch tray for large bowls and a 4-inch tray for smaller bowls. Purchase your Cat Tree Tray today. Go right now to cattreetray.com. That's cattreetray.com. cattreetray.com.
Let's talk pets
Let's talk pets
on Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life Radio.
PetLifeRadio.com.
Hey everybody, listen up. This is Gerald Casale from Vivo. I want you to listen to the Oh Behave Show with Arden Moore on Pet Life Radio.
We're back from the lot. Just checked the paper and we had a record showing at the box. The letterbox, that is. Now back to Oh Behave. Here's Arden.
Hey everybody, we're back. This is Arden Moore with the O Behave Show on Pet Life Radio. I'm delighted we have Dr. Jeff Levy in the house. And yes, he does do house calls in the New York City area. You guys, later on after the show, I want you to all dash over to housecallvetnyc.com and check out what he has to offer. But he's got many talents, and we're going to talk a little bit about his role as a musician. He has been on stage with people like Bernadette Peters, Pete Seeger, Mary Tyler Moore, and others. People who really, really don't just talk about caring for pets, but do. And so, I mean, how did you get involved in music, and what's your favorite instrument that you play, Dr. Jeff?
Great question. I sort of learned a little guitar back in second grade, and then I sort of put it away. I never practiced. And then I had a wonderful opportunity to go to veterinary school in the faraway state of Mississippi.
Really?
And I had an amazing opportunity to live and work in the Mississippi Delta.
Oh, nice.
And something inspired me, being in the Mississippi Delta, the birthplace of the blues, to pick up that guitar again and just get back into the history. Then I came back to New York City, went into practice. And little by little, I began to select individuals from the animal welfare community that had musical talent. And I came up with this crazy name, Pet Rox. P-E-T.
And that's R-O-X.
Yeah, P-E-T-R-O-X. And we started playing dog runs. You know, what audience would listen to music about their pets? People at dog runs. So we started off playing at dog runs, and again, I had all these individuals, dog walkers, sea lion trainers, you name it, pet psychics. I put it all together. We started doing cover tunes. I'm gonna buy me a dog by the Monkees, or even we thought about bugs like cucaracha. Why not?
Right.
And with time, the act itself began to professionalize. So I started writing songs, which I didn't realize that perhaps I had a talent in writing music. I never thought about it. And I wrote a song called It's Raining Cats and Dogs. I wrote a song called Last of the Breed. And then Show Your True Stripes for the cat lovers out there. And little by little, we developed a group, a family of Pet Rox members, and we got into the recording studio and recorded an album called Just Sniffing Around. And it took on a family-friendly aspect because I found that kids were really responding to the imagery, to the songs. The parents understood the lyrics maybe a little bit better than the kids, but that's the nature of things, you know. So it became a family-friendly type of experience, and we've been doing it ever since.
That's nice. That's nice. And I did hear your song, Urban Jungle. I got to say, I was doing my Snoopy dance when I heard it.
Well, thank you. And that's a song, you know, I got to be honest, most of my songs come out of personal experience, my life as a veterinarian and house call veterinarian.
Yes.
And some of the lyrics in Urban Jungle actually describe what I see on a daily basis, the urban wildlife that exists in New York City, whether it be a pigeon or the little bugs that are running around in the subway that you see. And that accurately, in my estimation, accurately describes the wildlife there is in New York City. But it's true. Adventure lies outside your apartment door. It's an urban jungle.
It's got great lyrics. I like it. And I also saw a YouTube bit on you where you were interviewing Dino the rat.
Yes, Dino the rat. That's interesting you should ask. Dino the rat developed as we went forth with this project because I was lucky enough to be invited to be an auditing member of the BMI Musical Theater Workshop. Now, this musical theater workshop has actually developed such famous Broadway shows as Q, Avenue Q. And I was quite honored. I'm not exactly a true musician. I'm a scientist. So I guess maybe they saw something in me, but I got to spend a year working with serious musical theater writers.
Nice.
And I'm working right now with a screenwriter, and we are developing a family-friendly theater experience that we are very excited about going forth with.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to listen to Urban Jungle, performed by Pet Rox and written by Jeffrey Levy. And so here you go, guys. Take a listen.
Follow me, safari in a concrete jungle. a parking door. Hail a cab, come by hand, take an ocean liner. Welcome to our island show, the Yorkers know. We're gonna start outside town, going around the seashore. Look, we're polluted, but I promise I will see more. Look there, down in the sand, there's a horseshoe crab. Where your ball from the garden, pick the seat in the air. On the pier, gonna walk up to the water. Get real close, it don't look like water on it. Mattress, refrigerator, float, plastic bag. Got a little real time, there's a lot of women there now. Take the bus, just join us on the Grand Extension. There's no other place to be, just follow me. Take a walk, it's not far, and explore your neighborhood. Manhattan's paradise, it's just misunderstood. Tra-la-la-la. 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 Tra-la-la-la.
Hey, nice job, Jeff. You know, the magic of the radio, we can input these at any time. I definitely wanted to give people at least a chance to hear this song. And what about the song for Show Your True Stripes? We got to get the kitties out there, too. I have 2 cats and 2 dogs, my furry Fab 4. So, Zeke and Murphy, ready, guys? Tune in. Here comes Dr. Jeff.
Whatever you wear, it's a perfect left and a long hair. Honey, you're so it. Whatever you wear, you look so right. Put on your best spot. I'll show you true stripes.
Whenever you eat, I want to feed you, my dear, spicy, salty, or sweet. Ice cream, red wine, and beer, whatever you like, I will order for you. Eat it and I'll take out. Let me read your menu. All right.
The fan roars. The
Wow,
fan
you like
roars. Hey, you know what? I can almost see cats strutting.
Well, it was written for the cat and cat owners in mind. You know, cats are a little bit tricky, and that's what the song is about. You know what? I have one. Would you like a slow one for the dog people out there?
Yeah, we have time for one more song.
As a house call vet, I see a lot of happy times, but there's also some very poignant moments. So there's moments of loss. Okay. And I wrote this song on behalf of all those people that experience the loss of a best friend.
And what's this one called?
It's called Walk With You.
Okay. We're going to now listen to Dr. Jeff Levy of Pet Rox. Hit it.
Tell me, Mr. Vetman, has my best friend gotten old? 1 pin equals 7 in your years, I'm often told. This mother's all gone gray. He sleeps and seldom plays. Doctor, to a lifetime, can you add just one more day?
Doesn't want to climb up on the stairs. I guess a dozen years of life can show its wear and tear. His body has grown thin, his eyesight's gotten dim. Oh, help me, Mr. Vetman, I just want the best for him. And I walk with you, yes, I walk with you, mostly in the sunshine, now it's in the rain. Send my thoughts to you, hope to pull you through. When I make my prayers, I will say your name.
Nice.
Thank you.
You know what? In my house, I have 2 10-year-old dogs, a 14-year-old cat, and a 4-year-old. So I have actually, like many people, had that send-off experience. My veterinarian actually came to my house when my one cat passed away, little guy, a.k.a. Dude, and we had a nice send-off with every pet there with him. And this is a very great healing song.
I hope so, because it's something I see, it's part of life. Part of life is the end as well, and a veterinarian's job sometimes is to be there, and I just hope it brings some solace and some closure to people, if at all possible.
Okay, and we do want to give a shout out to your rescue cats at home. You and your wife, I understand, have cats with very distinctive names. They're not, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Tell me your names of your cats and what their personalities are like.
Well, the first one is the 18-pounder. He comes from the city shelter. He was on his way to someplace else, I believe, but I rescued him, and he was champagne-colored when I got him, and I didn't want to call him Champ when he grew up after kittenhood, so I decided to name him after my favorite Italian beverage with the same color, and his name is thus Asti Spumante.
18 pounds.
Yeah, he's living the good life. But, if he was a human being, if he was a man, he'd probably be 7 feet tall. He's a big guy, but he carries it well. And the little sister is gray in color. And I love the Italian language, spent some time in that country. And the name for fog or foggy in Italian is Nebbia. And since she's a little girl, her name is Nebbialina. So she's the little sister.
And what's her personality like?
A little bit timid. Big brother sometimes plays a little rough with her, but I break it up. But they live both a very happy life here.
Okay, we're speaking with Dr. Jeff Levy. He has a site you need to go check out. It's called housecallvetnyc.com. He is also the founder of Pet Rox, and that's ROX. Their band plays to benefit animal welfare events all over the place. I really hope you guys consider them for your next event that you might have. We have been treated to 2 of his songs, Walk With You and Show Your True Stripes, and we're also going to add, we've had the Urban Jungle. So this is the best format, is to have a musician veterinarian on our show and being able to have a little treat for our ears. Dr. Jeff, I really applaud you for what you're doing medically, and also music is such a powerful therapy as well.
Thank you, Arden. It was a pleasure speaking with you.
All right, so just hang on, Dr. Jeff. We're going to also, at this time, give a shout-out to my producer, Mark Winter. He's the strong, silent type. He's the one who makes this show happen each and every week. We've got 800,000 listeners. We're going to get to 1 million before the end of 2013. That's our humble goal. All you people in Singapore downloading this podcast, tell your friends, everybody in Australia. We go global. And I want you to please check out what's happening with our special guest today. Go to housecallvetnyc.com, and you're going to learn about this very, very special veterinarian. As you know, at the end of each show, we do a little quick Q&A, and it's brought to you by FamilyPet.com, the Knowledge Center for Pets. So today's question is this: is it safe to give my dog yogurt? And the answer is yes. It depends on the yogurt. For example, dogs have trouble digesting lactose, but yogurt is fine as long as it's plain, non-fat, and has live cultures in it. It could be a healthy treat for your dog. Just don't use flavored yogurt because it has sugar and it couldn't be healthy for your dog. As you know, yogurt is a good way to add some extra calcium, protein, potassium, and magnesium into a diet, but always work with your veterinarian before you give your pet any kind of new treat to make sure it's a good fit for your dog. If you want to give some yogurt to your dog, you can try mixing it in kibble, spoon feed it, or you can make a yogurt version of a food puzzle. You add a couple tablespoons of plain, non-fat yogurt into a rubber Kong toy and give it to your dog and watch them have some fun and grab it. Dr. Jeff, I just want to make sure I'm giving good advice, but yogurt, as long as it's the right type in limited doses, might be a good treat?
I believe so. It's nature's probiotic, and I'm a strong believer in probiotics, putting good bacteria in the system, because good bacteria are placeholders and crowd out the bad bacteria. So I use various types of probiotics in my practice whenever there's problems with GI upset.
Oh, good. As we know it as doggy diarrhea. Yum. Hey, that's our show for today. A big pause up to Dr. Jeff Levy for being our special guest, and to Mark Winter. Until next time, this is your flea-free host, Arden Moore, delivering just 2 words to all you 2, 3, and 4-leggers out there. Oh, behave.
Coast to coast and around the world, it's Oh Behave with Arden Moore. Find out why cats and dogs do the things they do and get the latest buzz from wagging tongues and tails in Rin Tin Tinseltown. From famous pet experts and best-selling authors to television and movie stars, you'll get great tail-wagging pet tips and have a fur-flying fun time. Oh Behave with America's pet edutainer, Arden Moore. Every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.